Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it. Let's welcome our guests. I'm here tonight with a first-time guest. She's Fox Business Network reporter Lauren Simonetti.
Hello.
U.S. Army Special Forces member Terry Schappert. He could kill you with nothing but his pinky toe, but why would he? Bill Schultz, he thinks he's chatting with Kathy Lee and Hoda right now. And sitting next to me is comedian Jim Norton. His latest comedy CD is called Despicable, which is what you are if you haven't bought it. I feel like Unicorn Plugs is not sure there's going to be a smooth transition of power. He seems a little nervous. Jim, welcome back.
Hi, Andy.
Hi. Are these videos of the weeping North Koreans the weirdest thing you've ever seen, the greatest thing you've ever seen, the greatest weird thing you've ever seen, or the weirdest great thing you've ever seen?
I didn't know what it was. All the screaming and falling on the ground. I thought I was watching an episode of Def Jam from '97. You know, what do you expect? You know, they all know that people are watching them, so they kind of have to over. It's like watching the whole country do bad improv at the same time. It's really enjoyable. You're sad. What's my motivation? Beheading.
But Lauren, you have to admit, if the gnashing of teeth,
the wailing and gnashing of teeth, which is so theatrical, but really, just please don't cut my head off.
Yeah. You know who's really upset? The people that make Hennessy cognac.
Absolutely.
Drunk was slugging $850,000 worth a year of that stuff. I almost like him for that. He's such a tiny alcoholic.
Yeah, they had rappers and Kim, and now they just have rappers.
Who's gonna get all of his cool stuff? Because like the dude had like DVD collections and cars and sunglasses. Like who's gonna get all this stuff?
Well, I think that's what they're fighting about. It's not really who's gonna succeed him as leader. It's who gets his stuff.
Who gets his stuff?
Yeah.
Joke's on them. Nobody's fitting into that jumpsuit. Not even his children.
Al Pacino and Tom Cruise are fighting over all the lifts in his shoes. Poor little fella.
Picture, that huge one on top of the casket.
Well, that's a good thing. Bill, let's be honest here. The hearse with the big picture on top of it was a pretty sweet ride.
Pomp and circumstance, more like pimp and circumstance.
Nice.
This guy went into the world as a despot. He left a playa. I couldn't believe that hearse wasn't a lowrider.
You say these are heady times for North Korea, my friend.
They really are. And I'm looking forward to going back there and doing comedy once again. It's really a fun state. Whenever you're bombing, you just go, Kim Jong-il. I'm like, easy way to get the
What are the comedy clubs named there?
Massacres.
Starvation.
Starvation.
Yeah. Crop failure.
Now appearing 2 eggs and some broccoli.
SRO. Yeah.
You guys know that I've been to every communist country except for North Korea. I would like to see it.
Really?
I would.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I have shirts with the commie stars on them.
That goes real well.
Is this some kind of freaky tour group you belong to?
Yeah, it is.
Everybody was like, really? You've been to all of them?
Yeah.
I want
for commies.
I went
like the look
summer
of
at
it.
Colonel Kurtz's house.
I have the largest Nazi collection in North America.
She just has a
Was he a wise man? Dude on the ground.
I do love the fact Obama's using them.
Yeah, man.
I can't believe all the people he's killed. Bin Laden, Al-Awlaki, like someone that bad mouth on Twitter. He's much tougher on foreign policy than I thought he would be.
Yeah.
I feel a lot safer with Obama than I thought I would.
Yeah.
So I love the fact the more people he kills with those drones, the happier I am.
Yeah, what about the secrecy of the program? Does that worry you at all?
No. What do I need to know? Oh, who are you killing next? Come on, tell me. So I can vlog it like a fat girl. I don't need to know.
But you don't think
they should share information together? Why am I doing this?
What, I don't know.
You should knock my teeth out.
The military having sex?
Yeah,
what the hell?
But you don't think comedians should know who we're targeting?
That's exactly the point. No, we should know. But we would tell. Like I always tell a girl, like, no, I won't say anything. Just go ahead and spit it out the window. And I always tell. I lie. Andy.
Yes. You're talking about beer.
Of course.
Yes.
Or coffee.
Yes. Bill, what about police forces are now starting to use these drones a little bit. Do you think
from your lips to God's ears?
Well, is it to you? Is that scary or arousing?
That's fine. Well, a little bit of both actually. If they want to look through the window and see what I'm watching on XTube, that's their business. I don't care if the police forces use them because I'm not a criminal. I'm not willing to give up my privacy and my civil liberties, but I'm also not a pompous enough ass to think that me walking down the street is important enough to focus on. I've never once heard of those like camera programs being used to bust innocent people. It's always somebody getting piped over the head or shot or robbed. They're catching the guys who did it, so I'm fine with it.
You understand that you've never heard of that because what happens is when they do something to an innocent person, they kill that person and cover it up.
That's fine, because that innocent person was probably annoying on some level. I'm innocent, I'm innocent.
And those innocent people were not us.
Well,
Right.
just not me.
Terry, I'm assuming these drones have helped. And he's released this ad in Iowa. There's a certain segment of voters who respond to ads like that.
That's a straight-up attack ad
They've done the research.
Really take it into the gutter, man.
Well, I've lost my questions here. Jim, what do you think is going on in Iowa?
I love it.
Ad-libbing.
We're just going to fly by the seat of our pants.
Yeah, let's just do it.
Just, you know.
I don't like any of them. I really don't. I don't like Mitt Romney.
Oh, I found them.
And I kind of like Ron Paul more than any of them, even though I don't think he's probably perfect for the job, unless it was 1812.
Right.
But I still like him because he's kind of people's way of just saying the system sucks. And look, if we have to pay for things with gold and beaver pelts.
But is it kind of like Romney's like the last one at the dance, and voters may take him home, and possibly you get some over the sweater action?
Maybe, but they're looking for like the least awful Republican right now. It's like I don't like any of them. Newt's awful. How could anybody vote for a guy with hair like a Lego person? His hair is creepy.
That's true.
I like the fact that he womanized at one point, didn't he? He was kind of like went from one wife to the other.
He's had 26 wives.
I kind of respect that.
Yeah,
I really
absolutely.
You know what else I don't like about him? He looks gassy.
I always think, like, every time they unmask a villain in a Scooby-Doo, that's Ron Paul.
It's Ron Paul.
They
would have gotten away with it too.
Yeah, exactly.
They can't attack him that much on policy, though, so it's like now they're going back and, like, you know, looking at his old leaflets. Didn't you laugh at a Polish joke in 1975? He's like, no, I was laughing at something else. It happened to me.
Yeah, but there was stuff in those newsletters that was pretty nasty.
Yeah, some of it was, but some of it was just opinion that isn't popular to say, but everybody thinks. Sometimes that's a crime you commit in this country. If you say what other people are thinking and it doesn't come out perfectly right, people attack you for it, even though they know what you're trying to say.
Right.
Oh, somebody hates the Jews.
Yeah.
That's
Not what
glad
I
we got
said.
that.
Just say it, Jim.
Not
Just
what I
You're
said.
amongst like-minded friends.
I just like everybody else.
a little better. Yeah.
Yeah, but
he was always going to.
And
totally.
Can we stop in this country pretending we don't like negative campaigns?
I agree.
You know what?
I love a negative campaign.
Yes, you do. I don't care what someone said a long time ago about some issue.
The slow motion ads in the black and white with the music, the evil music.
Ron Paul eats children.
They're fantastic.
You know, like,
but if you're voting for somebody if you're running against somebody who's already in office, you should attack them and attack their record. I don't want a polite argument.
Right.
You know, just take off the gloves and knock somebody's teeth out.
I think it's the personal attacks that we don't like, but attacking someone on their policies, that's what you're supposed to be doing.
Keep it on you. I happen to love the personal attacks. I love them. That's how people interact in real life.
That's true. And now running as a libertarian. Game changed?
Well, the game was already changed when he came on this show, the red eye bump.
True.
We didn't really see it in his polls at the time.
We didn't.
This is a delayed bump.
We actually forced him out of his own
party. Right. No, it went real bad before it was going to get real better. Kind of like
of the year. Looking at our final sprockets over the course of over the past year, you're going to see that year-end scorecard performance scores for the key individuals around here at Red Eye. We started out with good news, though, on the demographics, particularly on the key demographics of substance abusers and insomniacs. We've shown an increase year on year from 2010. Family and friends of Red Eye personnel, we actually dropped in numbers, so that's not good. However, at the bottom line, and this is very important because when you're talking corporation and the 1%, as you know, the cash that you kick into a business at the end of the year is what's really counting. And Red Eye, I'm pleased to say, actually contributed 46% to News Corporation's overall cash position, beating out the news unit, beating out the News Corporation gift shop, and also the donations from the 1%. So all in all, very good. This one I don't know what I was thinking. Let's go to story number 1. Kim Jong-il.
Wait, you knew what you were thinking on the other ones?
No, yeah, I know, but it's the end of the year. Hey, Jimmy, and by the way, it's great to be here at the end of the year with personally my all-time favorite guest, Jim Norton.
Oh, thank you.
And Terry and Lauren, don't get your knickers in a knot. I'd say that to you if Jimmy wasn't here. But you mentioned that watching the North Koreans do this wailing and weeping and mourning was like bad improv, which made me wonder if you could share with us perhaps your worst improv experience ever.
I have a feeling it's coming right now. Oh, I don't know. I'm usually a good improver.
You were right.
My worst improv? It's hard to say. Probably trying to convince a woman why there were certain sores in certain places. No, it's my nationality. I'm Irish.
Come back next week. You won't even notice these.
Splotchy.
Hey, Jimmy, I got to say you made a great point, an absolutely terrific point, which was you said that personally you don't need to know what the targeting's all about, and you're not pompous enough. And I think this is fantastic. This could be one of the best points we've made all year. You're not pompous enough to think that somehow the government's following you around.
There's really nothing I'm doing that's that interesting. And it doesn't mean that I don't think the government can't be sneaky or underhanded or dishonest as well, because they can be. I just don't think that they're obsessed with me. And as far as the drones are concerned, I really think we should get rid of them and just run at each other like Braveheart with maces swinging in skirts.
Excellent. I ran out of ink in this pen, so I didn't have any more notes. I'm done.
All right. Thanks, Mike.
There's one thing I want to say to Mike, though.
Please.
You were right before, though, when you said that I made a good point. I wanted to end on that.
Kudos to me.
Nice.
All right.
Way to get that in there.
Coming up.
Lightning round. Lightning round.
Jim, should these guys be impeached for this stupid thing?
I mean, what do you want, an honest message? Hi, life sucks. What do you want when someone answers the phone?
It's unbelievable.
I would prank call them all day. Hi, it's a great day in South Carolina. How can I help you? I have erection difficulties. My grandmother fell on the ice. Just say horrible things. Make them uncomfortable.
Okay, but Terry.
People always say if you say it, you'll make it. So like it's almost like, hey, it's a fabulous day. What if that makes it a great day, Jim?
You know, you raise a good point, Terry.
Go ahead, roll with it.
I was once told that you don't think your way into good action, you act your way into good thinking. That's all I have.
That's all he has to say.
So if you think you're thin, you'll just be thin one day?
No.
When did this become a table of Tony Roberts?
I don't know.
If you see it, you can do it. If you dream it, it will be.
If you believe it, you can achieve it.
I am disgusted by all of you right now. Bill is...
Oh, Duke. Everyone knows that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Jim, it's Oprah's 24th year in the top 10. Isn't it enough already with her?
I can't get enough of Oprah. I mean, how many issues has she helped us all with?
It's true, I guess.
The tops on my list, though, the Red Eye Viewer.
There you go. Excellent. Bill, wow. Jim, did this surprise you? Here's my thing. A guy who admires his own penis as much as he did probably admires other guys, too.
It didn't surprise me at all, Andy. And I'll be honest, I'm tired of this pig hawking her stupid book. Is it really a shock that Anthony Weiner wanted a threesome? I mean, like, if you want to bring another guy, he's being a good friend. That's what a good friend. Hey, I'm
he's
getting
trying to
late.
help out.
Right.
Want to come along?
Right.
Sure I do, Anthony. So no, I wasn't shocked at all. I've had threesomes. They're fantastic. He was holding his penis like a tube of Yahtzee dice. Nothing he does surprises me.
Exactly.
I would totally pretend to be bi in order to help out one of my friends.
Absolutely. I'd pretend not to be.
What?
No, it's just you being dudes,
I'm just saying. Just a couple of dudes being dudes.
Dudes being dudes and other dudes.
Fine. Before I go back to you, Jim, Bill.
Well, then we'll move on.
Bill, I know this is the part where we usually make a joke about your sexual preference, but I want to go a different. I want to go a different way. How turned on are you by the thought of a three-way with Weiner?
I'm not turned on at all. I like the ladies. I will say that I'm not surprised. The manscaping alone led me to believe that perhaps he went both ways. And close your ears. Call me, Anthony. We can make this happen.
Jim?
It's a funny inconsistency, though, how people complain about those cameras and privacy violation, and nobody cares about Anthony Weiner's privacy. You know what I mean? This is what drives me nuts about this country. And if I had to pull, let's say, a three-way with anybody, it would be Herman Cain, because you could eat pizza off her back.
What do you want to grow?
Wow.
What you got going on in January?
Well, since I wasn't invited here New Year's Eve, I'm in a humiliated fashion. I'll be performing in the Borgata in Atlantic City, January 14th and 15th with Artie Lang, Doug Stanhope, Dave Attell. Both shows are sold out. I'm bragging.
Fantastic. Excellent. Andy, that's it.
Thanks, Mike. Happy New Year. Very special thanks to Lauren Simonetti, Bill Schultz, Terry Schappert, and Jim Norton. That does it for me. I'm TV's
Happy New Year.
I will see you next time, even if you don't see me.